Alright, this is how it is. Fried tilapia and then with corn, sauteed corn with French fries. Oh, good. It's like fish and chips, but of course, I have to put more side aside from chips, especially with the babies as well. So this is how I did it. Hi everyone, this is Mariah from Mariyahs Creations. Welcome back to my channel. For today's video, guys, we're going to make fried tilapia. So how to fry a tilapia. So I'm going to do it in a very simple way, which is I have here not really basic ingredients, but some spices that you really like to season with your tilapia fish. But first of all, what you're gonna do is this one. So wash your tilapia really good. Alright, after washing our tilapia, get a paper kitchen towels, put on top of our baking sheets, and then put the tilapia there so the tilapia will get dry. So we're gonna pat it dry until it becomes dry so that our flour mixture will not get wet when we dip it there after seasoning them. So I have here different spices. We have the lemon pepper, which is really good for fish, garlic powder, onion powder. This is optional, but I like this one. I like the spice of this. I like the smell too. It's like complete seasoning. It has everything there. So I just, put a little dash in this. And this is also optional. If you didn't have this in, it's fine. But this is already salty. So sometimes I use this instead of using salt. And I put a little kick on that. So I got a chili powder. And of course, we also need this crumbs, bread crumbs. And our flour, any kind of flour. Let's get started. Okay, this is our flour. This is already pre-mixed. So this is a 1 cup of flour, and then I literally put a teaspoon of each seasoning that I showed earlier. Alright, so instead of using, as I told you earlier, instead of using this or the Martin salt, I use half of that. And don't forget, I also have lightly beaten egg. And one of our dry ingredients is also breadcrumbs. So pretty much the breadcrumbs already have everything, most everything here, the spices and stuff. So just to make a little crisp of your tilapia. Before we season our tilapia, make sure we already start heating up our oil. Turn the stove into a medium, and then so we will heat up our grease for like about 350 Fahrenheit, and then that's pretty much ready to, to fry our tilapia there. So our fish is literally dry now because we dump it in a towel. Now it's time to season. And I want you to season both sides because sometimes it is fish and it's gonna be smelly. I don't know about me. Even this is already fillet, but I still really wanted it I don't want to smell really the fishy smell. So funny. But yes, make sure you season both sides. So make sure you put the three basic ingredients that I'm using is like the pepper, and actually for the pepper, salt, onion, and garlic powder. The rest of that is just like a twist. So again, you can put all your twists. That's how you do it. So a little chili also, chili powder. After seasoning the first side, so we flip it gently because we don't really want. Sometimes tilapia is like kind of soft when it's already like defrosted. So take it slowly, and then after that, started sprinkling the other side. Just repeat the same process that we did in the first side of our fish. So make it easy, simple and easy, but make sure you season them both. That's all what it is. Okay, after sprinkling all the spices that we had, this is pretty much how it looks like when it's all seasoned, you know. Pretty, you can clearly see that for sure. So now our tilapia is pretty much seasoned, and then of course, without much ado, we're gonna dip it in our seasoned flour, give it a little, on top, make sure it's all covered with the flour, and shake it a little bit, flip it, and then on the other side, same thing as we season, we're gonna cover it with all the flour as well. And then usually you can actually dip it right away in the lightly beaten egg, but I want to repeat the whole process until I finish all the fishes, the pieces of the fish that I have, or tilapia that I have, to dip in the flour before I'm gonna go proceed to the next steps, which is dipping it in our beaten egg. We go to our next steps by dipping this floured tilapia into our egg mixture, or the beaten egg. So literally I just put like a salt and a pepper, a dash of salt and a pepper on that egg, and obviously after that we're gonna dip it again. So there's a lot of dipping in this process, so we're gonna dip it again, and the final dipping is the crumb. So just like that, easy as that. And of course you have to repeat the same process. Make sure that it's all covered with flour, it's all covered with crumbs, it's all covered with egg, and it's all covered like with seasoning, all covered. And finally we are going to fry them, just easy as that. So same process until we finish all this thing. I know that I am just telling again and again, the same and again, dip there, dip that, do this, do that, because that is what exactly we need to do. And then just fry them, fry that. So after after it become like brown or the top, because tilapia is not really, maybe like 2 minutes each side, it's already be done. But sometimes I like it a little, what you call this one, a little burnt, not really burnt, but just a little more dark brown, crispy, more crispy, crunchy. I like how it be done like that way, Okay, just continue what you're doing until all the fishes is all done fried already. I think I have like around 8 pieces of them, and it's really like not small sizes, they are like large sizes, and it's a little thicker too, so I have to put it like more than 5 minutes, probably 5 minutes each side, but I alternate of every 3 minutes I flip it. Yeah, kind of like that, so it will be more crispy and it will be more firm, not mushy. That's how I like my tilapia, how I like it done, just like that way. Okay, when eating fried tilapia, there's a lot of sides that you can think of. But today we're going to make it simple, so I am going to saute some sweet corn. And of course, they are not fresh really, they are frozen one. But it still it tastes the same though, so well, up to you. And today, yeah, we're gonna do it very easy and simple. So as you see, I sprinkle it, like put the pan on the stove, and then sprinkle it with a little bit of olive oil, like approximately 2 tablespoons of it. And then our pan is really hot, and then we just damp our sweet corn, the frozen one, like probably around 1.5 cups too. And of course, it will not taste more yummy if you didn't season it. I put a little bit of my twist, which is the Filipino seasoning, my secret magic syrup, of course, Filipino can relate it, and sprinkle with like basic ingredients as we know that, like pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, and some salt, just a little bit of salt because we already have a lot of seasoning in the other side. Just like that. So you will season, you can put spices that you can think of if you wanted, like your corn or any spices that you want to put in there. It doesn't really matter because what matters is our main dish, which is the fish, which is the fried tilapia. So I just did it that way. Yeah, just that way. You are so right. What you saw it there is exactly what I did. And then give it a stir until like all the ingredients are mixed up. So after stirring it, I put the top back on so it will stay a little moist, not dry. And I'm showing you, see if you see that, they're almost the same spices that I've used in seasoning our tilapia. Yeah, you are right. So our last batch of fish is almost finished. So now it's time for us to put it on a plate. Oh yeah, everything is done. Tilapia is done. French fries is done. Our sweet corn is done. So started to make our plate now. So I'm not going fancy today. I'll just use a paper plate top. What matters is how does this food taste? But I'm telling you all, it smells so good here. And yes, so just a little, I have a teaspoon of the sweet corn and then a little bit of French fries. So it's time to eat, and of course I'm gonna use ranch for my dipping of this sauce since I don't have a tartar sauce. There it is, yummy.